This year is a monumental year. We are so grateful that supporters like you have helped Forefront Charity reach our 5th year. It was only 5 years ago in 2015 when we humbly started our journey with 9 team members and just $300. Since then, our team has grown to 20 team members and a few additional volunteers. And this past summer, we also had our first official intern class of 6 students. They were absolutely amazing and inspirational. And we are all just everyday people like you coming together to make change. So when we started in 2015, we began extensively researching the needs of the communities through community forums, and we built our very first water well in Palapatla, India. I still remember it. In 2016, we had built a total of 6 water wells. We also launched our hand washing initiative in Tulur, India, where we distributed soaps, taught villagers how to make soap toys, and held workshops on the importance of hand washing. Nagaveni, a Forefront soap ambassador, shared that 94% of villagers, up from 39% in our baseline survey, now use soap because of our hand washing initiative. By 2017, we had built a total of 12 water wells, bringing clean water to 40,000 villagers. We surveyed over 10 school sites and purchased 2 acres of land in Kuluru, India. By 2018, we had built a total of 20 water wells, distributed more soaps, launched our monthly donor program called Builders, and started the construction of our Forefront school. By 2019, we had built a total of 30 water wells, acquired an industrial water monitoring device, funded 100% of our school construction costs, and launched an after-school English program to provide daily 1-hour English classes for 20 elementary-age orphans. Wow, a lot has happened. And now, here we are in 2020. We have built a total of 37 water wells to date, with 5 more planned this year. And during COVID-19, we distributed face masks, soaps, personal care items, and provided food relief. We also welcomed new staff members to our Forefront school. And despite COVID-19, we found creative ways and solutions to progress and even accelerate our work more than we can imagine. All this leads to our mission to enable every person, equip leaders, and establish self-sustaining communities through local-to-local change. This is done by providing everyone access to basic life necessities, which includes clean water and sanitation, quality education, affordable medical care, and empowerment to raise up local change makers. Now, Forefront Charity is not my story. It's our story. We've had over 1,000 friends and family support us, and we are giving hope together. Despite financial difficulties this year, our individual giving has actually increased 30% year over year. Thank you so much for showing us extra generosity during these difficult times. And this year, we are so proud to announce that we have received the Platinum Seal of Transparency from GuideStar, an independent organization that grades nonprofit on financial and program transparency. Our Platinum Seal is the highest level of transparency a nonprofit can receive. In addition, thanks to a generous special couple, since last year, all credit card fees are covered. So truly, 100% of your donation goes straight to the cause. Now let's get to the exciting news. Oh, I've been waiting for this. The reality is that women and children in rural India spend 6 to 10 hours a day getting water. Now imagine walking and carrying heavy pails of water for the next 10 hours. This is the case for 163 million people in India who still do not have access to clean water. This is Siri from a village called Truvalapalam, which is the site of our 29th water well. Siri's father passed away in an electrical accident, so her mother both works and takes care of her. They would travel long distances and dangerous roads to get water, limiting Siri's education. But thanks to the water well, it is now safe for her mother and Siri to get water quickly so that Siri can continue her education and pursue her dream of becoming a doctor. Clean water and proper sanitation has always been the foundation of our work. Water is and changes everything. So we are always at the forefront of developing innovation in water technology to serve more villagers efficiently and with the highest quality. To explain more, I'm happy to introduce Anna, our Director of Water and Sanitation.
Thanks, Matt. We are so excited to introduce to you something we've been working on the past few months, which is our next generation water treatment system. Water is essential to life, as Matt said. But the reality is that it takes women and children 6 to 10 hours a day to fetch water that isn't even clean. 163 million people in India still do not have access to clean water, and 21% of all reported diseases in India are water-related. Starting with our first water well in Palapalta in 2015 to our most recent 37th well in Juvalapalem, our goal is to reach 42 water well by the end of this year. Each year, we have been growing, building more and more water well every year, thanks to your support. But our heart is to make sure we continue to provide more villages that may be difficult to reach and exponentially increase the number of villages that have access to clean water. That is our heart behind the work that we do. In order to diversify our water portfolio and to include water sources other than groundwater, we have been working on an alternative treatment system that will allow us to serve more villages with clean water. We're excited to introduce to you SN300. SN stands for Sangam Niru, which means community water in Telugu. This treatment system is made by and for the community. This unit will be built from locally available materials to provide clean water to a community of 300 people in just 3 to 4 hours, allowing this unit to be used by multiple villages in a day. It will utilize the traditional treatment mechanism and minimal electricity by utilizing gravity to turn this dirty water into clean water. Some other benefits are that it will be operated and maintained by local community operators, empowering the locals to test the water quality regularly and to own this treatment as their own. 163 million people in India still do not have access to clean water. That also means 73 million working days and 443 million school days are lost due to waterborne diseases. When you donate to Waterwell, you're not only meeting basic human rights for the rural Indians, but you're also giving a parent a chance to go to work and provide for their family, a chance for the children to go to school to be educated, and a chance for the entire community to thrive. Back to you, Matt.
Wow, how exciting was that? The SN300 truly is a game changer for our water initiative. It uses minimal electricity, is cost-friendly, and it's easy for locals to operate and maintain. So we are so excited to launch this in 2021. Now over to education. No kindergartner should travel 2 hours to go to school. No girl should need to leave school at the age of 12 because of lack of sanitary facilities. But for 40% of children in a 5-mile radius of Kulur, India, they do not go to school. That's 7,000 children in this small radius alone. About 35 million children ages 6 to 14 do not attend school in India. And only 53% of towns in India have a primary or elementary school. And only 32% of females in Kulur, India can read. That's why education is such an important pillar for Forefront Charity. Education gives skills and opportunities, which leads to thriving careers. Education reduces child marriages and brings stability to families. And our vision is to provide an excellent education to all students so that they could become skilled and active change agents in their communities. This is Haima. She now takes care of the elderly. But as a child, Haima traveled 9 miles to get to her school with no access to transportation. After a certain age, due to the long distance and lack of finances, she couldn't continue her education even though she loved school and learning. But now, with Forefront School just 1.5 miles from her home and the 50% off tuition for all female students that we offer at our school, Haima is immensely happy that her daughter can now attend school and prays that her daughter's dream of becoming a police officer would become a reality. And so today marks a new chapter, a new beacon of light for these villages. To announce our big news in education, here is Nancy, our Director of Education.
Thank you, Matt. We are so excited to introduce to you officially our Forefront School. And it's exactly as Matt has said. In our research, specific to Kuluru, where our school is located, their economy relies on rice paddies and brick making. High-quality primary schools are rare in rural India. They're usually overcrowded and underfunded. Schools function more as a daycare center with minimal learning. In the state of Andhra Pradesh, 33% of second-grade students cannot recognize the alphabet. 20% of second graders cannot recognize the numbers 1 to 9, and half of fifth graders have third grade reading level. Actually, during our school enrollment in our screener process, we found out that one of our applicants, who is currently in the third grade, couldn't write her own name or even the color yellow. There are over 7,000 children ranging from ages 4 to 10 years old that lives in just a 5-mile radius of our site that don't attend school. Which brings us to our problem statement. Kuluru needs a quality primary school so that the children in the surrounding area can have access to excellent education. In order for us to successfully build a school, we wanted to first pilot a small program to meet the children, to get to know the community, and build rapport with the parents, as well as helping us to understand the dynamics of running an educational program remotely. With that, we launched an after-school English program with 12 students, 2 local teachers for 6 months. By the beginning of 2020, we have seen the growth and eagerness of our students, and also a trusting name in the community. This gave us the confidence to begin building our educational structure with not only the highest of standards, but a program that celebrates the culture of the local community as well. We aim to offer high quality and level of educational achievement for every child. We strive to develop the strengths of each individual in a safe and well-equipped learning environment. And we believe it takes a community to implement the most influential education that goes beyond the 4 walls of our school. We began building our school starting at the end of 2018 with a vision of 400 students at max capacity. And through the months of hardworking locals, you can see here the progress of our foundational structure. And here is our school today, standing in the middle of the surrounding farmlands. As for our internal structure, Forefront School is built on 6 key levers: staff culture, faculty development, student culture, academic standards, and community engagement. During the month of July to September, our staffs and faculty has conducted weeks-long student recruitment, traveling from village to village, spreading the word of Forefront School, building relationships with local families. We have received over 80 applications. Currently, India's government regulations due to COVID has allowed schools to open prospectively in November. But fortunately, since we are located in the center of farmlands, the risk is a lot lower compared to the city areas. We are considered to be in the green area, which is many restrictions have been lifted for now. And for example, locals can travel freely from village to village, whereas the red areas, transportation of any kind, are completely shut down. With that, from the month of October, we have been conducting small classes in daily rotations of about 3 to 5 students, preparing them for the school year. At the end of class, our students have expressed that they wanted to stay longer and don't want to go home. For those that aren't able to travel to our school premises, we have launched Forefront School on Wheels. Our teachers have created worksheets for our students, Our faculty travels weekly to each of the students' house to give instructions before handing over their worksheets for the week. They are then collected and graded. It's really inspiring to see during these tough times, our school is at the forefront of raising up learners today, leaders tomorrow. Thank you. And now back to you, Matt.
Thank you for sharing, Nancy. Wow, Forefront School. I remember when we received our first grant and were drawing the school building design 2 years ago. This has been a long journey, but we are here and the school is now open. That's what matters. Since the school has a capacity of 400 students, and with the state-of-the-art building that will be used for generations, we will eventually share the gift of learning with tens of thousands of children. We are investing for the long haul, so thank you so much and share a thumbs up below to celebrate the school together with us. For us, education is not just about recalling facts, but it's about inspiring in children a desire to give back and to grow their communities. So now you have heard about the past, you have heard about our present, and now we want to quickly share with you a glimpse into our future. We are always working hard to take Forefront Charity to new heights. Here are some upcoming exciting initiatives. We have piloted our medical initiative in diabetes. India has the second highest number of diabetic cases in the world, which makes our work in diabetes that much more necessary. In our pilot, we had over 300 attendees participate in diabetes awareness, prevention, and detection workshops, and we will continue to optimize our efforts to understand the needs and drivers of the communities that we work in. So stay tuned for our official medical pillar launch. Our next initiative is a big one, where we're now bringing all our pillars into one initiative called empowerment. The idea is to use a mobile vehicle to reach villages in a more efficient manner, delivering all our programs and all the resources, such as bringing the SN300 technology to even more remote villages. We will also empower local leaders through a leadership program. This is truly exciting and creates local-to-local change and sustainability. A community center is something we always hope to do. In order to encourage children's education, it's important to involve the entire community, including adults. So our goal is to create a community center that equips adults with vocational training and empowers them to bring about change in their respective communities. This goes hand in hand with our empowerment pillar. And we already drafted designs of the community center. And last but not least, a new horizon. We design all our initiatives for scalability and transferability. As our work in India has grown itself through more local change makers, we dream of taking our model of local-to-local change and expanding it across the world. We have proved that our model is effective. Over 150 local villages in Clure, India were involved in making and building our school. So we cannot wait to bring sustainable impact to another country in need. Tonight, my heart is strengthened, and our journey isn't over. We are on a mission. The Forefront team, me, we, us, we get to inspire. We get to give purpose, hope, celebration, a spirit of fighting forward together. That's what it means to be on a mission together. And you are part of that. We can inspire and change the world, and it's really not cliche. It's true, you really can. We've seen it. So what can you do? How can you help? We want to create a world where we are all connected by a spirit of doing good, serving and inspiring others. We want to build up communities with hope and with inspiration. We'd love to have you join us through our monthly donor program. It's not just about one passing thought of generosity. Our monthly donors are there for the underserved and overlooked through thick and thin, holiday season or not, month after month, and together we encourage each other and our communities in rural India with our constancy and commitment. So tonight, we are going to do something special. Whether you're calling in from Canada, California, New York, or wherever you may be, tonight we're not asking for large amounts of one-time donations. We're asking you to become just a $30 monthly donor. If we get 50 $30 monthly donors tonight, we will fully cover our school expenses through monthly donations alone. So let's fill our classroom tonight. Let's get every single student in our school sponsored so that they can receive education for not just this year, but the next, and the next, and the next years to come. We stand fearlessly together at the forefront, whether here in the States or in India, gathered and working together to help others. We will not stop fighting, and you are included in this crazy, wild, purposeful journey. So from the bottom of my heart, and our team and board, thank you, thank you, thank you. Truly, I am so thankful for your selflessness and generosity you make to give to others in need. And thank you to all the Forefront team members for all your hard and amazing work always. And to the Gala Planning Committee for putting this amazing gala together. We look forward to the next 5 years and to the thousands of more smiles our work will bring.